Okay, so we're coming into 2019. This is part two. After 2018, going into 2019. Um, so going into 2019, I was still on this mindset, like just on some machine shit. You know what I mean? Like no feelings, bro. Just straight, just chugging, like chucking away at everything, like chipping away on my daily shit, like workout routine, like just just locked in, fully locked in, bro. Like I was very disciplined. So the thing that I adopted too was that because I wanted to join the Marines, because I was looking for that. One of the core reasons too why I felt like I wanted to join the Marines was because I felt like I lacked discipline. Um, and I knew that I needed the discipline to achieve whatever it was that I wanted to achieve in the future. And I feel like the Marines would help instill that in me. So when I didn't get into the Marines, I was kind of disappointed in that. But what I ended up doing was that I ended up acting as if I was in the Marines. Obviously, I'm not in the Marines, but I approached my I guess planning and organization and just structure as if I was in the Marines, and trying to apply as much discipline to my structure and routine as if I were to be in the Marines. So like if I and also I was reading at the time The Four Agreements, which is a good book, and the main agreement that I really took to heart was uh to like follow your words. So you know your words have a lot of weight, and a good way to think about this is sort of like money, right? A valuable currency is backed by precious metals, mostly gold or sometimes silver or whatever, and that gives value to real currency. The way to give value to your words is to do everything you say you're going to do, um and give it action. So that's really sort of the magic, that when you speak, it happens. When you say something is going to happen, it happens. And that is only on you to decide how serious you take that. So if you take it serious, your words will have weight, your words will have gravity, your words will have, power. And so I never really took that to heart until I read that book, and I was like, damn, like that's true. And so I just started trying to apply that to what I was doing. So I said I was gonna wake up at 6, I'd wake up at 6. Like it wasn't a debate really, like cutting out the debates with yourself and everything like that. In the mornings, and like, oh, like, nah, I said I was gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. And that's also a very similar thing to that I ended up getting with this purpose stuff, because I wanted to do the real thing, like with the fashion and the art school and like Europe and everything like that. And one of my favorite quotes from Steve Jobs is that, the idea only becomes clear as you work on it. And I feel that's very similar to things like purpose and meaning. Um, and those things have to be created. Uh, and so for a while, I would say for like the first maybe 6 to 8 months after I had decided, like, oh, okay, I want to go to France, I probably questioned myself the most I've ever questioned myself. Like, okay, is this actually what I was wanted to be doing? But again, going back to the word thing, was that I said that I was gonna do this. Like I made a contract with myself that I was gonna do this. And even if it ends up being a poor decision, like in the end, like if it ends up not working out or something like that, at the end of the day, I said that I was gonna do it. So I'm gonna do it. Um, and just not allowing myself any flexibility on that. Once I said it, I meant it. Um, and so that's what I started trying to do. Like that was my goal. That was what I was set on, and that was the direction that I gave myself to try and revamp re-energize myself from the position that I was in because I needed that. Um, so going into 2019, I had like a pretty solid plan. The way I like to structure like my years is that summers are generally like planning, fall is generally very hard execution of the plan. Um, Winter is sort of like revising the plan, like recalculating or just relooking at seeing, I guess optimizing the plan that you're working on. And then spring is sort of just relaxing into it. Normally by the time you get to spring, you should have done the all of the work necessary to be in a position to be like, okay, like I've obtained my objectives for this year and let me see how it's things are playing out. Um and then back to summer, you're back into summer planning. That's just how I've done it. And so, you know, fall 2018, I had like set out a plan, like I was saying, I was doing the GRE and everything like that. And so 2019, beginning 2019 was just still executing on that plan. Now I was back in training mode. The season was about to take off, so I was looking at this point, I was looking at the business schools and looking for the applications, reaching out to the admissions people and speaking to them and like trying to just figure it all out and stuff. You know, I think at this time I wasn't in a relationship anymore. And then my family was still like on just some weird shit. So I was just going in, bro. Like I still had a lot of all those feelings were there, bro. All those feelings were there that just ignored them as best as I could. Um so I'd say early 2019 wasn't the worst. I feel like things were okay at that point. Um because I was just locked in. Um and that's a really powerful feeling I feel like to be in because it's kind of like shit just hits you and you just kind of like dust it off. Like it's just like poof, it's just like fucking, you know. Um so yeah, early 2019, nothing really super significant. Just still executing on the plan.